Donald Trump may have lost the election, but his team is preparing to move forward with restrictive immigration regulations on H-1B visas and potentially international students and H-4 work authorization for spouses. Whether the Trump administration is successful in its final push could determine a significant part of the Biden administration's immigration agenda. To better understand the immigration regulatory agenda, recent court rulings and how these late actions on rules might affect companies, visa holders and students, I interviewed William Stock, a founding member of Klasko Immigration Law Partners. Stuart Anderson. On December 1, 2020, a federal judge set aside a Department of Labor (DOL) regulation that would have raised the required salary for H-1B visa holders and employment-based immigrants by 40% to 50%. Since the DOL rule remains on the regulatory agenda, what do you think the administration will do with the rule in light of the judge's decision that DOL violated the Administrative Procedure Act (APA) when it issued the rule? William Stock. 2 courts have issued decisions on the Department of Labor wage rule. Both of them decided the department's wage rule was improperly imposed on the public without the opportunity for the public to comment on the effect of the rule, because the department did not have good cause to avoid the notice and comment process established by the Administrative Procedure Act. As such, the interim final rule was set aside or invalidated by the court. Setting aside the interim rule on this procedural ground could still be addressed by the agency before the end of this administration. To do so, the Department of Labor would have to republish the interim rule as a final rule. In doing so, the Department of Labor would have to categorize, analyze and respond to some 2,000 comments received after it published the interim final rule, either incorporating changes to address those comments, or providing an explanation as to why it was not following those comments. The Department of Labor does not need to start the regulatory process from the beginning by publishing a new Notice of Proposed Rulemaking, a process for which there is not enough time remaining in the current administration. The Department of Labor published its wage rule in October, and accepted comments from the public for 30 days. The department can analyze those comments and move directly to a final rule even though the interim rule was set aside on procedural grounds, as the Supreme Court explained last term. Anderson. How important is the date on which a final rule is published? Stock. The Department of Labor would have until December 20, 2020, to republish the wage rule as a final rule for it to go into effect before Inauguration Day, January 20, 2021.